What's up guys, David $21 here for FireFuture making its official debut as a potential CWL clan. Just kidding. But anyways, here we are, and today we're gonna be reviewing our latest war. We are in a level 2 clan, so this is not a very old clan. We have 4 wars won, and we have a 4-war win streak, which means we have won every single one of our last 4 wars. Now we did lose our very first war, but that was because I was not part of the clan yet, and the leader put in 3 Town Hall 11s and 2 Town 10s in the war, and we were only able to 2-star every single base, whereas their team managed to 3-star both of our Town Hall 10s, so we ended up losing that war. But since then, we have gotten a little bit better, and we have won our last 4 wars so far. Today, we're going to be looking at our latest war, which is going to be against this level 12 clan based in Russia. Now, as you can see, we did 1 by 6 stars, and that was because they weren't putting much effort into this clan war, I will admit. They were not the best, despite being level 12 and having 183 war wins. And they mostly just got 2 stars on our bases, whereas, as you can see, right here, we got double the number of 3-star attacks that they had, whereas on their side, they got 4 times the number of 2-star attacks that they did. So, as the old saying goes, 3 stars win wars. So, we're gonna be looking at a lot of really cool attacks for today. And I was one of the players who got a 6-pack, 6 stars in war, that is. For those of you who are not familiar with clan war terminology, I was one of, if I'm not wrong, 3 players who got 6 stars. So the other one is Thanatos up here. One of our top Town Hall 9s, he has a level 30 queen. And then our leader, Punch right here, he got 6 stars against 2 of the Town Hall 10s. So pretty impressive showing from him, as well as from the rest of us. And we did leave the number 1 base only 1 star, but that was because one of our Town Hall 10s was going to attack. Unfortunately, she got a little bit caught up with real life stuff, and she ended up dozing off because of how busy she was. So ended up that base was only 1 star, that going down to the end. But doesn't matter because we won this war by 6 stars, and they weren't 3-starring our Town Hall 9s, and they weren't 3-starring Town Hall 10s either. And as you can see, strangely enough, that number 15 player right there, only 1 star. And notice that we used less attacks than they did actually. We have 10 attacks left that are not used. So this is our roster right here. As you can see, I got 6 stars, then Tusk got 6 stars, and Punch also got 6 stars. So really good stuff. And we're gonna be going ahead to look at a total of 5 attacks today. So we're gonna start off very strong with a Town Hall 10 3-star here. Now this attack was actually not even super fantastic. Like, it actually didn't go according to plan, as you'll see in a little bit. And basically what happened over here was that he wanted to drop the siege machine a little bit separate from the queen, but because of a misclick, he ended up dropping it in pretty much the exact same spot. So what ended up happening because of that was that the valves didn't go into the center of the base. They ended up going half of them to the north and half of them to the south, and only 4 valves, those are the ones in the siege machine right here, they went into the center. And as you can see, because the siege machine survived to break through to the Town Hall compartment, that jump spell right there is actually kind of a waste. But here's the saving grace for Punch right here. The valves right there just took out the Town Hall, which has a lot of hit points, and it also brought the expert in front of the town on the left side down to very low health. And because of that, the queen is going to be able to finish off the Inferno Tower as well as the rest of the defenses as the raid progresses. Now as you can see, 63% damage. 1 minute of this raid has already passed, and the defenses on the north and the south have already been cleared because the Valks decided to just sweep across the north and the south. But if they had gone into the center, that this raid may not have paved out to be so close to not being a 3-star. But as you can see, the queen with her healers behind her is taking out the expo, and then this level 3 Inferno Tower that's very valuable for the rest of the troops. Albeit there are not many. 2 Valkyries left over there, and overall this raid was definitely closer than it should have been. Like I already mentioned, things actually didn't go according to plan because of a misclick. But he still got a 3-star either way, so very impressive stuff. 92% damage with 50 seconds left, and we're just gonna scream through the rest of this because it's just mostly just cleanup, with pretty much the Archer Queen all by herself, and she's actually gonna shoot a wall before getting to the Elixir Collector, which you could have gone down this town past this corner and gotten that instead. But either way, still a 3-star. And overall, this was a particularly nice raid Mostly because, as you can see, his troops are not the best. His queen is not yet level 30, the max for Town Hall 9, and his siege machine is only level 1. So overall, that was a really respectable raid, even though it didn't go according to plan. So our number 1 took out the number 5 right there, so that's another Town Hall 10 3-star. This was technically a 9.75 because it had no Inferno Towers, but still. So we're gonna go ahead and have a look at this raid right here. We're gonna be looking at Town Hall 9s for the rest of this recap because we had pretty much no Town Hall 8s in there. The opponent team had 1 Town Hall 8, but we didn't have any, so that Town Hall 8 didn't really get to do anything. So as you can see down the top right here, our number 2 Town Hall 9 with a level 30 queen. He's gonna start by dropping his queen up here to take out the rest of this base. Now notice that to load the clan castle, he deploys only 1 hog rider to take out the mortar up in the top, and that's very valuable right there. Because the mortar really doesn't do much damage to the hog rider at all. And therefore he's able to take out the defense, which the hog riders don't have to backtrack to later on in the raid. And just like the last attack, this one actually doesn't go according to plan, as Baby Dragon, right as he goes down, he takes out the Archer Queen, and that is already the end of the Queen lock. So very unfortunate stuff right there. But Thanatos decides, hey, I've got nothing to lose right here. Like I'm already well into this raid. Let's just go ahead and try anyway. And notice how many Valkyries he brings. That's 13 Valkyries right there. The reason for this is that notice how large the center compartment with the town hall, 4 archer towers, both heroes, the clan castle, and all 4 wizard towers is. That's not really a good idea when you're building a base, because that will enable a whole chunk of Valkyries to just absolutely storm through that center of the base, and they will have struggles busting through back to the outside. But that's where these 4 hog riders or 5 hog riders are going to come in handy. You're gonna sneak past the Valkyries and get rid of these last defenses, and that's gonna help make this cleanup a lot faster. So even though his queen went down early unexpectedly, the healers are not completely wasted because of the position of the air defenses. And there's 1 healer left that's keeping the Valkyries and Barbarian King alive. So these 3 hog riders attacking this Expo and the Archer Tower now, they actually start getting targeted by the defenses. And looks like 1 more hog rider is gonna go down. But then these 2 last defenses, these point defenses, start targeting this Clan Castle Golem, which is at full health. So there's absolutely no way that Golem is gonna go down. So overall, good comeback by Thanatos, securing the 3-star in this base. Even though the Archer Queen went down pretty much within the first half minute of this raid, when it obviously was intending for her to get a lot more value than that, and possibly survive the entire raid, which happens quite often in a good Queen Walk 3-star attack. So that was him attacking his mirror, and he also attacked 1 down for another fresh hit 3 stars. So fresh hit 6-pack warrior right here, and this is going to be another fairly similar attack. This time he's going to reduce the number of Valkyries he brings. He gets a Golem, he gets split Bolas in his clan castle, and he gets more hog riders than he did in his last attack. So yeah, Queen is once again going to start over here in the 5 o'clock position on this base, and this is a very common anti-2-star base with the ring formation in multiplayer trophy hunting. It's meant to make giants go all the way around the side of the base, and the attacker will, if he does not do his funneling correctly, end up with a fairly high percentage 1-star. Usually he will not get the Dark Elixir storage, and he will not get the Town Hall in the center of the base. But the problem with anti-2-star bases is that very often with a good funnel, they can be 3-starred fairly easily because they do not serve to protect the absolute most essential defenses, such as the Clan Castle and the Archer Queen, amongst other stuff. So look how close the Queen gets to dying right here. Notice that these max balloons, they bring her down to probably about 25 health, but it doesn't matter because she's still alive. And now the Golem is coming in over here, along with the Barbarian King and the Clan Castle Bolas, taking out the defensive Archer Queen, which is very solid from this kill squad right here. Bolas are going to take out more defenses. Now one of them is going to follow the Golem and even take out even more defenses over there. And now the Valkyries come in at the 7 o'clock position, which is exactly what the two-way funnel was for. So Rage Spell goes down right there. Very good placement. You're gonna swipe through the Town Hall, swipe through both Exos, swipe through all 4 Teslas, the Clan Castle and the Elixir Storage. All of those structures in the center of the base do either do a lot of damage or have a lot of hit points. And now, with thanks to good funneling, the center of the base, which is meant to be the safest part of the base, is now gone. And the Hog Riders are coming in over here at 3 o'clock to absolutely destroy these last defenses. And this raid is just an overkill at this point. At least 2 Valkyries are still alive. Even though there's a spring trap right here that takes out 2 the Hog Riders, at least 4 of them are still alive. The Barbarian King is alive at 100% health. There's another 2 Valkyries that were going around the outside. And overall, this was a brilliant 4-phase attack. 4-phase, guys. Usually you only don't do more than about 2 phases in a 3-star attack strategy. But man, 4 phases, that's just taking it to a new level. And showing him that the anti-2-star base is not a really good idea in Clan Wars where everybody goes for 3 stars. Well, most people go for 3 stars, that is. So moving on one more space down, we have Lindsay on number 1 Town Hall 9 with 30-30 heroes, taking on this Town Hall 9 right here with a little bit more of an anti-3-star layout. As you can see, Queen is at the center of the base, the enemy Queen. Expos with high hit points also at the center of the base. Town Hall is not centralized, it's the Clan Castle that is centralized. And Lizzie is going to break this base down by doing a Queen charge into the center of the base. Early rage spell right there to help the Queen get more damage and break through high hit point items like this Dark Elixir Storage right there. As you can see, within about 6 seconds, that Dark Storage with over 3,000 hit points is down. And the Archer Queen is now converging it on the enemy heroes, both of them, as well as even more importantly than the enemy heroes, the enemy Clan Castle. So the Queen is gonna take care of this gold storage, and soon she's gonna take on the defensive Barbarian King, as well as an extremely dangerous combination of a witch right there, 2 wizards and a baby dragon. And if I'm not wrong, at least the 2 wizards and the witch are both max level. Probably not the baby dragon, but doesn't matter because the Queen is still alive, so able to take them out. They hop with the poison spell, and the raid has already started right here. So as you can see, Barbarian King going right there with the Valkyries, and they're gonna charge into the center of the space. Notice that Lindsay does not use her jump spell right here. She actually saves it for a little bit later to get out in the back side of the base. So it's a back end jump spell for a back end exit strategy, which is really smart. Double giant bomb right there, meant to take out the Hog Riders, but the Valkyries survived that double giant bomb. Hog Riders have taken out those 3 defenses in the 3 o'clock compartment, and there it is, the absolutely beautiful placement of the jump spell. Maybe could have possibly captured this compartment on the right over here, but doesn't really matter because the Barbarian King has already taken care of that compartment, and overall this was just an overkill raid. This is pretty much a Town Hall 9 very standard Falcon attack, taking out this anti-3-star base right here with the Town Hall off to the side at 2 o'clock. Archer Queen taking out that Elixir Collector, my bad. 10 seconds left, 95% damage. So many Valkyries still alive. Both heroes at full health. And this was just a brilliant attack right here by our number 1 Town Hall 9. Finally, we're gonna go ahead and look at 2 more raids from yours truly. It's David, $21. And this is my second attack right here. I'm taking on a base 2 positions above me, number 13 going up to number 11. And my army composition right here is going to be 2 golems, 10 Valkyries, using the same logic standard toss on this raid for number 8 because of that huge centralized compartment with the Town Hall. All the Archer towers, all the Wizard towers, all in here. So having a big group of Valkyries he's against this base is going to be extremely valuable because they will be taking out a huge chunk of this base in terms of damage dealt alone. So Rage Spell goes right there, and my heal spell goes to the right group. So you may be questioning this spell placement right here, like dropping their heal and the rage not in the same place, but here's the thing, like since the troops on the left are taking on more high hit point defenses. I need to rage them up in order for them to be able to get through the Teslas, the Archer Towers, the enemy heroes. Whereas on the right side, I drop a heal spell because I decide that it is not very economic for me to bring 2 rage spells into a Valkyrie and Hog Rider based attack. So just drop a huge heal spell right here, where there are many more troops over here. So I really don't need a rage spell over there because I need to have simply the troops to survive over there and give them a better chance of making it all the way to the end of this raid. Whereas on the left side, I dropped the rage spell because there are not as many troops and I need more damage for them in order to help them get through the troops right here, the defenses right here. And my hogs are coming in and the east side of the base while the Valkyries are still alive. Timing the Hog Riders is crucial, and you don't want to be waiting too long to drop the Hog Riders, because then that will really make them more prone to getting attacked by the remaining defenses in the event that I had decided to just wait until the Valkyries were all gone, the guns were all gone, to drop the Hog Riders. So I decide that while the Archer Queen is distracted and she just got taken out by my Valkyries, the Hog Riders come in from the east side, and now they're gonna go up northwest to take care of the mortars. And look at that, my Archer Queen with very little health life actually takes care of the Expo just before the double cannon takes her out. And this last piece right here is more or less a swag off. The double cannon is attacking that golem, and it gets taken out by the Hog Riders to take care of that last mortar, and now I have nothing left to do but clean up. A whole bunch of Valkyries still alive, a whole bunch of Hog Riders still alive, and overall I was able to draw this plan up all by myself and secure this 3-star against this base. Now this is an anti-2-star base, just like the ring base that Thanatos attacked earlier on, so this is an absolutely outstanding attack in terms of CWL standards, but either way, a 3-star is a 3-star all the same. This base is 66 weightage, so it's not the weakest and it's not the easiest either. So overall, that was my own plan for a 3-star, and I'm gonna go ahead and write down to my first attack right here chronologically. 13 attacking my mirror 13. And this time I'm gonna bring fewer Valkyries. I'm gonna bring a 3rd golem in the clan castle instead. And overall, Dragon's gonna come out along with 2 max level wizards. I think the Dragon is also max level. And I bring in a poison spell to drop down over there, and then I'll save my 2nd poison spell for the Archer Queen because she can do some damage regardless of her level pretty much. So Barbarian King comes down only when the clan castle troops are being well dealt with by the Archer Queen and the wizards. That's one thing that you gotta realize and take note of when you're doing a golem based hybrid attack like this. You don't want the king to be running forward and getting absolutely wrecked by a clan castle dragon that he has no chance of defending against because he can only attack ground. Instead, you want the Archer Queen to be focused on taking him out, and then you can drop the king safely to charge straight for the enemy Archer Queen. Now notice that the Valks are doing a hit of the king, and that's definitely not a bad thing. She's going to be alive for a short amount of time, and the king is going to mostly just be an additional golem. He's going to be a golem P.E.K.K.A hybrid. You could put it that way. Hog Riders coming in from the northwest. Notice that they don't deploy them all at once. They deploy them in a surgical manner. I still got 4 Hog Riders in pocket, and now they're gonna split up to take out the Archer Tower, that Expo, and this was the tower right here. I choose to drop my last heal spell at the Wizard Tower because it does the most damage to the Hog Riders cumulatively due to the splash damage. And now 55% damage. Very few defenses are left. And despite that, the last Giant Bomb taking out a bunch more Hog Riders. The last defenses are getting crushed by my Valkyries. My Hog Riders were actually up to full health at this point. And the rest of my squad. So now it's just 45 seconds of cleanup. I have a Goblin there to take care of some of the collectors on the outside. Now he's gonna go for a wall to take on this Giant Elixir pump instead of the gold mine up there. Not entirely sure about that, but overall, this is exactly how you get a 3-star at a not so professional clan war level. Now, a professional clan wars like CWL is definitely going to be a very different game. It's not going to be so easy. You're gonna need to do a little bit more planning than what I have been doing over here in these clan wars. And most definitely you're gonna see some Town Hall 10 3-stars, definitely more Town Hall 10 3-stars than what both sides got in this clan war. But for those of y'all, the majority of us clashers who play at a not so professional level when it comes to clan wars, this is what is going to win us at least 80% or 85% of our wars, possibly as much as 90% and above if we are really good at our strategies. This right here is what's gonna do it. 3-stars win wars, Town Hall 10 3-stars, Town Hall 9 3-stars even more important than the Town Hall 10 3-stars. As you can see, we absolutely wiped the floor for the last 9 or so bases. So the bottom 3/5 of the war map all taken care of, and number 2 and 3 also 3-star. Number 5 also 3-star. You know, overall this was a really fun war for the most of us. Because it was definitely a good learning point for both sides, especially I would personally say for the opponent clan, who is level 12 based in Russia. They have many more war wins than we do because they're clearly not a new clan compared to us. But as you can see, they just didn't get the 3-stars. And overall, they started to realize, I would say, after this war that, hey, maybe we're not doing particularly well because we're not getting our 3-stars. So we need to start using more 3-star tag strategies rather than just spam Go Wipe and spam Lava Lunia. Now, I mean, they did get a 3-star on one of these bases using a very simple Go Wipe with like 17 wizards, 3 pack and only 2 columns. So credit to him on getting that 3-star with a 2-star tag strategy. But overall, what I would personally say from this clan war is that 3-stars win wars, and being able to fresh hit 3-stars means that you're saving players, your other clanmates, the opportunity to go for higher level bases. And as you can see, a bunch of our Town Hall 9s didn't even use their attacks, not because they didn't want to, but because they didn't even need to, and they decided, hey, in my personal opinion, it's not really worth it to go for any of these bases because you don't want to do too much planning in exchange for the warlord, and that's their personal opinion. Of course, I respect it. You know, if they don't want the warlord, then that's their decision. You know, it's not really my problem. No disrespect to them. But yeah, overall, this was a fun war for me personally, as well as for most of us, especially Nanatos right here, 6-star warrior, and Punch here, also a 6-star warrior, taking out 2 Town Hall 10s for 3-stars. This was fun, guys. We used less attacks than they did, and overall, we managed to come off with a win anyways, because we were getting the 3-stars even on fresh hits most of the time, and they weren't. So as you can see, the number of defenses that each opponent took. So number 13, 12, 10, 11, 9, and 8 all fresh hit 3-star. Number 5 and 3 also fresh hit 3-star, and as you can see, this is how we got our jobs done because we were just wiping the floor with our attacks. So the conclusion of this war is going to be 41 stars to 35. Our current war is going to be a little bit bigger. It's going to be a 20 on 20 with a Town Hall 12 and 2 Town Hall 11s at the top. So I'm a little bit excited because I'm going to be seeing what I can do as one of the Town Hall 9 players in this war. So that's gonna be it for this video. Hope y'all have enjoyed watching this. This is David $21 for FireFuture Clan, and I'll see y'all in the next video.